I'm back, and I'm holding the same green pen. I have a better camera. My husband saw the first video I put up and got really excited. He thought it was so cute. I think he might be a little biased because, you know, he's my husband. But I took notes to stay on track, try to keep this brief. And I've been watching lots of YouTube videos, other vloggers. I recently discovered Yvonne Williams. She has this extensive library of all different kinds of tutorials and things that just blowing my mind. You have to check her out. And so many others. It's so good. Another thing I've noticed is that apparently this is a thing. You can't vlog without a cup of coffee or tea. This is tea today. I go back and forth quite a bit, but this is nice. Cheers. Yeah. So it's getting better. Next, I think I'll work on finding an editor so I can edit. Anyway, checking in on projects that I was going over last time. You remember this rug? How could you forget? Well, it's still just 5 by 1.5, but you can see more of it because this camera is huge. When I first made my calculations for this, it was based on what everybody else was already doing, and I wanted mine plusher, more like an actual shag rug you would buy in a store. So it turns out I need twice as many shirts. Twice as many. So at this point, I'm faced with this dilemma about the colorway. I'm blending terms now. I'm talking about fiber and yarn and stuff, but I guess it is t-shirt yarn I made. Craft box. So I made this. And I'll be taking this thrifting so I can, you know, find colors that match and coordinate. And then I think I'm going to blend half of that new batch in with the half that's left of this, because it's about halfway through right now. A little less than halfway. And I'll blend it in with half of that so that it looks on purpose when it's finished, you know. I don't want it to be this rainbow chunk in the middle and then that rainbow chunk on the edges. It's supposed to be really blendy. Like, yeah. I'm so excited to get this down on the floor in my son's room. It's going to be great. It'll help dampen the sound too. I think I mentioned that last time, but I'm just excited for so many reasons. It's so colorful. So that's coming along. Wipes in the Etsy shop, Beam Me Up Lovely. These are on hold. I've been really, you know, research and development, business, do it right, everything I can, keep it professional, you know. I want to deliver a professional product. Just one little maker at home doing my thing. I have ideas, I want to share them, and I can't even pretend that these don't appeal to children. They're for wiping babies' butts. So really it's mom and dad and grandma and, you know, the babysitter is going to be using them, whatever, but they're cute and they appeal to children. And because of that, I have to get them tested for safety and put a little tag that says that they pass on every single one. Those little tags on tiny dish rags and things drive me crazy. I wish they didn't exist. Like in my own household, when I'm doing laundry and stuff, like, get this tag out of the way. Tuck it in when you fold it. Like, stop it. Get off. Now I know why they exist. So, working on that. Yeah. These are also on hold because this brilliant little thing that's been going around the internet forever and a day now, you may have noticed it kind of lost popularity in the crafting world a little bit because apparently it's patented. Taggy's brand children's toys patented this little tag. No one else is allowed to use it. No, don't touch it. It's theirs. Can't have it. So if I listed this in my store, they would very likely come after me and shut me down, which apparently they have done to many other small businesses and crafters all over the place. I've read horror stories. People's primary source of income just going to zilch because Taggies wants to be the king of those. Whatever. So I will address that. There are plenty of other options to figure out, make little tags or, you know, like felt tabs or something instead of those, and it's fine. I still love this product. I still want to bring it into the shop. So I will figure it out one way or another. What's next? Belly bands are great. I'm getting those up so that there's one entry per print. The prints are honestly one of the most important parts to me. It's so exciting to have color and vibrancy and a maternity wardrobe, because that was something that really got to me when I was pregnant, having options that still reflected who I am as a person. And I don't want to be fussing with Velcro or a giant bow all the time. I mean, it's cute for a special occasion, but not every day, at least not for me. Like sometimes I feel girly, but sometimes I feel a little tomboyish. So belly bands, going strong on that. I'm getting the photos and the copyright worked out to get the rest of the listings up so that they can be individual, make it easier to browse and find the print that you like. So all of that is coming along. Something new that I've just whipped up a prototype for is what I guess I might call a pocket sponge. It's a dish rag. This is a prototype, like I said, so it looks terrible. Be nice. I think I'm talking to myself, really. But I whipped this up in no time at all. It's just a piece of sheer and one of my bathroom rags. But the idea is that it's a kitchen rag. You fold it in thirds, fold it in half, stuff your little thumbs in, and flip it inside out. And it becomes a sponge. I have wanted these for so long. I've had this idea. I actually want them in my own house. So even if nobody else thinks they're cool, that's fine. I'm still making them. I want them. It's so awesome because I love the ergonomics of scrubbing with a sponge. It stays folded. It doesn't flip water all over the place, but I also want to be able to stick it in a load with the laundry, with the rest of my cleaning rags. You know, I use reusable like paper towels and cloth napkins and all that sort of thing, you know, all that eco-friendly goodness that's been increasing in popularity the last several years. And I think it's really important. It does make a difference. And this is another way to just, you know, scrub, scrub, scrub. It holds the soap better, but then you can throw it in the laundry and not worry about it and know that it's going to get all the gunk out, because it gets all the gunk out of your rags and sponge and, well, not your sponges, but rags. So this is a prototype. I am going to find some proper mesh, create the right pattern so that this is a very easy fluid motion. The pocket will be a little bigger for that. And then I'm going to send them out to friends and families for testers and see what they think and get them in the shop. Hopefully also in really cool prints and colors, because you know me. Color everywhere. I can't help it. Just color the world, rainbows. It's good. So, more sewing projects. I woke up one morning feeling inspired and made this. Just an apron. This is a really cute card print that I've had in my stash for a while, and I wanted to make an apron for my son because he is really getting into helping. He loves helping, especially in the kitchen. He always asks to pull out the stool, and so I wanted to make him an apron. And I wung it 100%. I did not use a pattern. I did not really measure anything. I just used a rotary mat and cutter and the ruler and went to town. I guess that's kind of measurements, not really. But anyway, these cutouts for the arms became the pockets. I'm so proud of that. I think I saw that somewhere, but I can't remember where. It was so long ago. But that little seam, let me tell you, that was complicated. When I'm creating professional things, I do it the way it's supposed to be done. But when I'm just winging it myself, I tend to be a little more off the cuff. And I actually had to snip and fold and iron and pin in place and stitch ever so slowly to get this right curve 4 times. And then I did the same thing in reverse here. I started in the morning, and when I picked my head up, it had been 6 hours. 6. The sun was on the other side of the sky. I can't believe it took me that long. Like, it doesn't look like a 6-hour apron to me, but I was probably distracted between every single step. It's like, oh, I'll scrub this one tiny part of the bathroom this time. Oh, I'll put away this stack of laundry. Oh, I'm gonna sketch out a little extra here. Like, a dozen different projects in between, crafting, housework, like, you know, this is what happens when you work at home, and it's not mandatory, it's just for fun. It's also cross-back. It was really important to me that it be a style of apron that a kid can put on himself. No bows, no buttons, no frilly stuff, just slip it over your head. Yeah, so if it weren't for regulations, I may put something like this up in the store. It is a really, really nice, sturdy apron. Like, it's canvas, double-sided, it's reversible, pockets, cross back easy, like, really high-quality piece, honestly. Like, I did spend a lot of time on it, but this is probably a strangulation hazard. I'm subscribed to that, this has been recalled recently, email list that they have, just to kind of see, like, okay, well, what sort of issues do people have? What do I need to look out for? Some of it's pretty ridiculous. Like, a bicycle got recalled recently because there's a falling hazard. If you get on a bicycle, you might fall. I'm just kidding. It was because the crank was breaking or something, and like it was a legitimate thing, but the headline just got me like, a fall hazard on a bicycle? You don't say. Like, ridiculous. Ridiculous things. Oh my goodness. Moving on. Segues are weird. Here's a random mermaid I wanted to show you. I just found this in my portfolio from, I don't know, 10 years ago. It's technically multimedia because I put little sequins and glittery things on it. Yeah. Anyway, I also finished this recently. Jewelry organized. I have been keeping my jewelry in drawers and dishes and things and just kind of sitting around everywhere, and I have been wanting one of these. These are all over Pinterest and tutorials online. They're everywhere. They've been around a long time, but I specifically wanted a white one so that the jewelry was shown off and not the design of this. I wanted kind of a clean slate that way, and I really love the oval shape of it. And even though it's all up on the wall, all displayed, it actually looks cleaner overall. The frame really makes it feel tidy, just up on the wall in my bedroom. So I am really, really happy with this. It's just poster board, batting, trim it all up, cover it with fabric. This is an old sheet. You can still see the seam on part of it, and lace because it has holes in it already, and just hot glue. That's it. I mean, it took no time at all. Well, it took a minute because I ran out of lace and had to go back and get another one, and they were out of the lace I needed 3 times in a row. So that was a pain, but it's finished now, and I'm so happy with it. And mermaid. Okay, so this almost feels like a confession. I am adopting a new hobby because that's exactly what I need, is more hobbies. No, I don't. Polymer clay. All of this. all of this. Okay, I got primary colors and black and white and glow in the dark. What? Who even knew they made that? I didn't. Now I do. I'm excited. Anyway, so I've been watching tons of tutorials online, especially certainly Caroline. Polymer clay tutorials, fairies, miniatures, adorable little puppet like plays. She is so stinking cute. You have to check her out. Her videos combine like film it yourself fairy tales with the tutorials of what she's showing you how to make, and it is just so spot on. It's hilarious. It's high quality entertainment, I tell you what, and it's educational too, which is totally my jam. So black and white, my first project I've decided is going to be a stone gnome, because absolutely every polymer artist out there tells you at some point in their tutorials, you have to have clean hands. Be careful of fingerprints, and lint gets in, and then it will just ruin your project and make it not look right. And so I found this tutorial where you mix dryer lint in with the clay to make it look like stone. Look at this. Like, that totally looks like stone color. Make some gray, voila, voila, and you know, stone gnome, like it can just be sitting there meditating, hanging out, like closed eyes. I don't even have to paint anything, just like scruff them up, and ooh, I can add some moss. That's gonna be so good. Yeah, stone gnome, it's happening. So that's my first project, because you know, it's not gonna matter if lint gets in there if I'm doing it on purpose. So good. So I've been collecting things. Windows, furniture padding, little miniatures, you know, you can never have too much cardboard. This is like maybe a tenth of the crap that I'm hoarding to start building these things. I mean, I collect my dryer lint for Pete's sake. Like, no potential craft source shall be ignored. You are all welcome in my kingdom. I'm on a crafting high or something. Okay, do you remember this? Do you remember? I finished it. I finished it just in time for Rhinebeck, like Sunday. 5 o'clock evening. I don't know what time it was in New York. I was in Utah at the time. But I finished it, and I took pictures just before sunset. Thank you, sister. And it's done. It's done. Oh my goodness. I wear it all the time, and it is so warm. And it's November, but it's not really like autumn chilly here. Not even a little bit, I'm sorry to say, but I wear it anyway, just like turn the AC down. These ruched gauntlets have proven to be actually quite functional. If I push my sleeves up, they stay. If I pull this in and make it a little fitted, it stays. If I flip this over my shoulder and tuck it inside of itself, I can do it like up high all the way to my neck, or I can do it down low. Like, it stays. Whatever I do with it, it stays. It's amazing. And it can be like a scarf, like all just up here kind of, or I can flip it over and it's like a shawl. I am so thrilled with how versatile this thing is. I just like, oh, I can't get enough of it. But I gotta show you. Okay, that back panel, this was freeform cabled when I first did it. This is upside down right now, but I freeform cabled this triangular kind of panel. And I ended up redoing this whole thing. So I kid you not, it was like, go over this stitch, okay, now ladder it down and redo it with moss stitch. And the next one, ladder it down and redo it all the way across, including that little cable. Yes, I agree. I think I'm probably insane. But I did it, and it was so worth it. because it's perfect. It's so perfect. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to start another sweater. I'll just wear this one and knit up another one, and I should really make a pattern for this. And I have tons and tons of notes to make that easier, but it's still going to be so much work, but I'll get to it, I promise. Rags and Amish balls and other products and things definitely need to come first, but oh, I'm so happy with it. Okay, I think, let's see. Yeah, I will be posting some more music soon. I've been playing more in between when I'm thinking on something and I need a break or just like clear my mind. I'll sit down and play a song and then get back to it. So maybe I'll set the camera up and record some of those and just put them up. And I recently uploaded a Minecraft video. You have to check it out. I'm building this like anachronistic fairy tale sort of world called Spectralore, like spectrum, rainbows, lore, fairy tales, you know. So it's just a little bit of everything. All the good stuff, all the fun stuff. There's a giant rainbow and a pit down to bedrock, and there's going to be a big cavern full of treasures and a giant dragon, and just you should check it out. So yeah, I'll get an editor next. Maybe I'll make a bumper and sing you guys a cute little song. I already wrote it, actually. Next time. Till next time.